Ladies and gentlemen, top of the morning to ya. I'm Mellow15. Welcome back to the podcast, guys. Episode 77. The song you were just listening to is coming out this week. So please, guys, go to the WPOB channel. A channel that has just got verified, by the way. Justin hooked it up. So explain it, Justin, a little bit for people who don't know. Like, so what does it mean that the channel is verified now on YouTube? Like, so we can...
It's not verified. There's not like a check mark.
Yeah.
I don't even know if YouTube does check marks, but it's recognized as a official artist page. Cool. So it's like not a check mark. It's like a musical note. It's basically like being verified on Twitter, but we're verified as a musical artist on YouTube.
Cool. Yeah, the song Daywalker, guys, featuring me and Ocho will be out this week.
It'll be out
before the podcast.
But by the time this comes out, yeah.
Yeah. You go slap that shit, bro. I'll put the link in the description when this comes out. Yeah, I mean, hey, guys, and speaking of Spotify, again, if you are an avid listener of the podcast, you can catch us there too. But also, the music that we are starting to put on there, we own now. I mean, obviously, you have to own it to put it on Spotify, right, to make money. But, yeah, go check out the artist page too for us, and I'll link that in the description like I did last week, because everything helps, guys, when you're an up-and-coming artist, when you're a new artist and local, and you know what I mean? Everything counts, man. And plenty of our peers get like hella plays on Spotify, bro. You know what I mean? So like that's something that I want to have for us. So yeah. And then speaking of that, so this week might be a little shorter than the regular weeks because we have a lot of stuff going on. I'm gonna be doing a Stranger Things review on a separate video. So if you have not seen that already, that should be out before this comes out. So go check that out if you've already seen Stranger Things Volume 2 from Season 4. And then speaking of TV, so if you guys know me, okay, my bread and butter is the Hank Hill voice, I would, I would say. And excuse me, I know my look might be a little jarring because I look like I just got back from vacation, and it's because I did. It was Pride week last week, and it was crazy, bro, by the way. And I have hella stories, too. I got hit on. It was kind of cool. It didn't really freak me out like I thought it would. The guy was pretty nice about it. Like, honestly, bro, he probably could have took me home, actually. That's how good. He was really good at, like, his approach, right? Like, you know, like you're a salesman and you're trying to sell something to somebody? Like, so I'm a straight guy, right? So him trying to sell the gay to me, like, bro, it would have worked. Honestly, like, I don't know what your name is, bud, but, like, bro, good. You should be selling cars, bro. I almost got my dick sucked. And I'm not gay, dude. You know what I mean? Like, I almost said, hey, let's just try it, dude. You know, but speaking of TV, you guys know my whole bread and butter is the Hank Hill voice. And it's like, I've been wanting them to do a reboot of the series so I can play Hank, right? Like, the guy who already plays Hank, hey, bud, retire, right? Because here, I can step in, right? And I feel like that's not gonna happen, right? And I've been trying to pitch this idea to like other YouTubers, like Meat Canyon, right? He did that Hank video, and I reached out to him. I said, hey, I can do Hank, right? Let me voice Hank. And you know, obviously, I was smaller at the time, so he never reached back. But I had an idea, right? So they should redo King of the Hill. My idea would be
didn't they just make a Beavis and Butthead movie?
Yeah, they did.
I'm sure that's probably something that they're thinking about then.
But hear me out. So obviously the reboot would be like, you know, your classical King of the Hill episodes. It just, you know, right? But I'm talking about something different to where it's an Adult Swim type show, right? Now, Hank is an angry Republican in 2022 in the heart of Texas, right? On the verge of snapping on the liberals, dog. And I'm talking like Hank is like completely like gone now from where we last saw him. Okay? I know that sounds like a little too much, but I think it could work. And you actually have so my idea was Hank is a Trump supporter, right? Because that makes hella sense, bro. You know, like, god dang Biden, he's a goddamn corpse. You know, like he would not fuck with Biden, bro. Right? Like, you can't be a Cowboys fan and think Biden says clear sentences, right? Like, those two don't do the same. So Hank would be MAGA, make America great again, right? All over the propane tanks, like, god dang Trump. Again, adult swim style show. Peggy and him are divorced, right? So Peggy and Luann moved to Portland, right? And we know why I said Portland, because that's the capital of the blue-haired brigade, And so Hank doesn't like that, right? That already makes Hank very like, what? So my wife and her niece moved to Portland, right? Bobby is a failed liberal stand-up comedian, right? So Bobby's like in like this weird depression because he's a failed comedian. He tried to be... Have you ever heard of like a left-leaning stand-up comic, Dustin, who's like good?
I think like all of them are good. No, not really.
No. So there's never... So yeah, Bobby would be like...
You know who Aziz Ansari is?
I heard of the name, yeah.
He's
He was in Funny People, wasn't he?
He had like a little stand-up special that came up, and I was like, oh, I remember this guy being funny. Let's see what it hits for. And I watched like the first like, I want to say like half of it, and it was fucking complete. It was just so terrible.
It was just like hella liberal.
It was just like all like pandemic this, political that, like just super like you said, like just left leaning. Like it was just it was really bad. It wasn't bad because of that, but like that it just didn't make for good comedy in my opinion, coming from him.
You have a point, because like I feel like you can't make being liberal funny. There's nothing funny about that, bro. There's nothing funny about like always being super serious and canceling people. And you can't say certain words because of your gender or skin color. And I don't know, bro. That's not funny.
He was like making fun of Aaron Rodgers for his like stance on vaccinations, and like that's just
get vaccinated, bro.
It's like, how are you gonna make a room of people laugh like over stupid shit like that?
There is people who would laugh though. I mean, maybe I was just at Pride last week, right? And that's his crowd, bro. The blue-haired brigade people who they would laugh at that stuff, dude.
Yeah, man, fuck Aaron Rodgers, bro.
Yeah, bro, he won't get vaxxed, bro. But he'll throw a football, bro. Like, yeah, that's not funny. There's no way you can package that and be funny.
Yeah,
right. So Bobby would be a failed liberal comedian, right? Dale, by the way, and Dale would be a full-blown QAnon. This guy stormed the Capitol in my version of the reboot. Dale is in prison for storming the fucking Capitol on January 6th, bro. You know what I mean? John Redcorn! Like, bro, I swear. And he would be the guy. Remember the guy with the helmet and the horns? In my version, that's Dale, bro. He led the fucking storming of the Capitol. Dale was the first one at the... Dude, I'm saying it fits his character. I wouldn't change anything about Bill and Boomhauer in my version of the show. Like, Bill would be more depressed and fat and fucking... whatever. Like, that's what that would be. Because you can't really make Bill more funny. And it'd be more funny if he was more of like a... Like, he just kept going way downhill, right? And Boomhauer is still like, but no, dang on man, no, boom, man, like, and he's still fucking hella bitches, like, right? Cool. And then, yeah, with Hank, any like political problem, right? Like the mass shootings that have been happening, like, guns don't kill people, Peg. Mentally ill people do. Like that type of stuff. And, oh, hey, with Trump, right? Like, orange man bad. What about Biden? He's a talking corpse. Like, be hella pissed, right? And I think it could work in an Adult Swim style show, bro. I really think it could, dude. You guys know it too. Like, I think they should start, because like my problem with reboots lately, right? They've been doing reboots for a lot of stuff, and like, okay, like Cobra Kai, Star Wars. There's probably way more than I can think of. I think you need a fresh retake on some reboots, right? Like, you don't automatically have to do the same form. Like, that 70s show isn't about. It's gonna be about Red and Kitty. Right, and it's going to be about Donna and Eric's kid, their daughter, staying with them for the summer, right? So that's actually kind of funny. That's a fresh take on a reboot of a show.
Who's done a reboot of like an old show recently? I can't even think of one.
Besides that 70s show, and Cobra Kai, I would say, does that count? Does Cobra Kai count from the reboot of Karate Kid?
No, because it's a TV show from a movie, so it's not like a reboot.
There probably is, bro. I'm probably spacing so bad right now. Sorry, guys. I'm spacing like real bad. There probably is a reboot that's like really good. I just can't.
Not even really good.
Just like shitty too.
No, just like a reboot. I don't. Oh, iCarly. They rebooted iCarly.
Did you watch it?
I didn't.
No, but I mean, I heard mixed reviews on it. It's kind of hard.
I think that they tried to do something different with it.
Well, I know Jeanette McCurdy wasn't in it, so like, how do you even have the fucking reboot without Jeanette McCurdy in it, dude? Like, that's crazy to me. But yeah, like that'd be like doing the reboot of King of the Hill and Hank's not in it. Like, why are we doing it then, bro? You know what I mean? Like, where's the fun at? Well, because like I had Peggy and Luann moving away to Portland because like Brittany Murphy died, right? So that takes away. You don't have to have Luann in the show. She just be like, oh hey, I'm with Luann in Portland. It's like the goddamn capital of the liberals. Tell you what, you know, like this, like hella. And why not, bro? Like I feel like people are so scared to be like cringy. Now they're so scared to like, because everything gets labeled as like alt-right, you know. Who cares, bro? With this reboot, let Hank be like super into QAnon and fucking Republican shit and like Dak Prescott's a garbage QB. Tell you what, like yeah, all that shit, bro. Let's get come on. I want more. I'm not Republican, but that'd be so funny, bro. Having Hank just go off the rails. Every mass shooting that happens, guns don't kill people. You know, like, so what? Are we going to take away cars and car crashes? Like, yeah, bro, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Give us it, dog. Every single, I want it all. When Bobby tries to come to him, like, the only time a man should come out to his dad is when he's talking about women, Bobby. Like, all that shit, bro. All of that shit, and like I think that the reboot would benefit. I know they're not gonna do it, right? But like it'd be funny, and like draw it in the way Squidbillies looks, or like draw it in the way like Boondocks looks, bro. Come on, you're telling me people wouldn't want to watch that? And get me to do the voice of Hank. I'll deliver the most fucking MAGA shit you can think of, bro. Any dick sucking Trump loving thing you can think of, bro. We're putting it in the show. Like, you know what I mean? Anytime, like, okay, so for instance, when, like, the Buzz Lightyear thing happened, right? Why do I need to see two women kissing in a movie about Buzz Lightyear? Like, like, right? Anytime Captain America's black now, right? Why is Captain America black? Like, all that shit, bro. Like, let's, you know what I mean? Let's dive deep. And then I think the greater overall message of my show would be is Hank learning to live with these people, right? So the ending would be, like him kind of like realizing like, hey, I know we're all different, but like we can all coexist without having to be divided down the middle. Is that kind of corny?
Isn't that kind of the premise of the show to begin with? Like Hank kind of has self-realization moments of his own flaws.
I've done a lot of episodes.
Yeah, like there was an episode where he thought he was racist. Because the black dude who came to like fix his water heater was black. Obviously, I just said that. And then like his dog bites him, and then the guy was like, "Oh, your dog bit me because you're a racist," or something like that. And like he spent the whole episode like trying to like
see if he was racist.
Yeah.
Okay,
and then at the end, he realized he wasn't racist, and I think that the show has multiple moments like that.
I don't think you can say you're not racist, though, right? Like, doesn't a person of color have to say, like, you're not racist, right? Is that not the rules?
I don't know.
I thought that was the rules, like, you know what I mean? Hank did the typical white thing, right? Where the white guy says he's not racist, right? But he has a swastika in his closet, right? That's the typical white thing.
I think the show kind of already is based on that, where, like, Hank acts a certain way and then has to, like, self-realize that what his way of living is...
All right, so I got a good one. You know when is it Ellen Page before Elliot Page?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I don't want to. You know what I mean, I know that's a dead name and everything, but don't kill me, everybody. You know what I mean, Fran. By the way, Fran, you have enough time to get another drink now. Pour yourself another drink, Fran. You know what I mean? And that's what you're doing, Fran. Don't lie to me. But yeah, no. So, like, okay, when they transitioned to Elliot Page, right? Hank would say, "Elliot Page. I'm not watching Juno without Ellen Page, tell your what." Like, dude, come on. Is that not funny? Are you guys that fucking prude now? Everybody around the camera? I know Justin has a big fucking smile on his face, bro. It's beautiful, dude. But I know you guys, come on, dude. Tell me, you know what I mean? That wouldn't be funny because you can't make left-leaning stuff funny. You just can't, man. You know what I mean? If you guys are interested in my pitch for King of the Hill, share this goddamn video. And when I put it on TikTok, share it, because that's the only way millions of people see it. Okay? I don't want to tell you guys this, but there's a room over there and it might have something that I can hurt you with. So, I mean, so if you don't share the video, then I might have to pull it out. So comment below, guys. Are you interested in that? And then speaking, and we're going to end the night off with something that so the last couple weeks I reviewed the Kenobi show, right? And like, it wasn't the best show ever, but I liked it, right? A lot of moments that I loved. But there was one thing that I kept complaining about, right? I kept saying to you guys, hey, it seems like they're hiring people who don't give a flying fuck about the lore. They don't care about the characters. They don't care about anything, right? And this week just further proved that to me. So the director, Taika Waititi, right? He's supposed to be in charge of the next Star Wars movie, okay? And I don't know if this is a joke or not. And it might be a joke, right? I might just be overreacting to this, but like it didn't seem like a joke. It was in the literal Rolling Stone magazine, right? So he asked Natalie Portman, he's like, hey, and I'm going to read it here, guys, right? Okay. So in the Rolling Stones, not the Rolling Stones, Rolling Stone, they said, what was your initial conversation with Natalie Portman like? And he says, yes, laughs. You didn't have to put laugh. You didn't have to put that. We don't care. Natalie said to me, what do you do next? And I said, I'm trying to work on Star Wars, on a Star Wars thing. He trying to sound so cool, like a Star Wars thing. Like, gosh, shut the fuck up, bro. Have you ever wanted to be in a Star Wars movie? She said, I've been in Star Wars movies. I forgot about those ones, he said. Right? So, like, that was the problem I had with the writer from Kenobi, right? It seems like these people don't care about, like, what they're working on. I don't know. It just kind of pisses me off, dude. Like, this may have been a joke to him and her. Like, he may have been like, oh, you want to be in my Star Wars movie?
I don't know, bro. I could kind of see how that would happen.
Like him joking with her?
No, like, not joking. Like, I can see how you would forget something like that, because I don't think that you would be thinking of that while you're talking to Natalie Portman. Like, he was probably just trying to make small talk, and then, like, his brain just, like, came out of his ass.
Like, brain farted?
Yeah. Like, you're not talking to a character in a movie. You're literally talking to Natalie Portman, the human being. I don't think that he was probably thinking about that and just probably had like a blonde moment. That sounds like a real thing that like
that happened.
Oh, you would want to be in a Star Wars movie? And she was like, oh, I was in Star Wars movies. And he's like, yes, I fucking forgot because I was thinking with my
dick and not my head. You know what I mean? Because you're Natalie Portman, right? Like,
I can see that happening.
So here's what it is. Taika Waititi's comments to Natalie Portman, right? When he says this to her, like, hey, you want to be in my Star Wars movie? She says, I've already been in Star Wars. You could say to yourself, maybe he was joking with her. Maybe he forgot, right? That could be a thing. Maybe he did forget. Now, the next page in this Rolling Stone article, right? Where he says, well, they say, for the Star Wars movie you're working on, you said it wouldn't be about Chewbacca's grandmother, meaning that you weren't interested in simply diving into the backstory of the characters we know. He goes, I'm never going to please the fans. You know, I don't want to mess with something that's so treasured. Also, you feel like you've got to do a lot of research and I don't have time. I mean, there's thousands of books that have been written, these volumes of books about Star Wars with all those characters. I just don't have time to get through them. So I can't say, like, you know, confidently I'm able to do something that's very close to what everybody knows. I'm not promising that I'm not going to do anything like that. I'm just saying it'd be easier for me not to do that. Would you like to see a Jar Jar Binks movie, right? So coming off the Natalie Portman comments and then going into this, I don't know, man. It looks like a fat mess, bro. It just, as a Star Wars fan, and I love Star Wars. I love talking about it, but lately I feel like I'm and I don't even want to hate on these YouTube channels, right? There's like Geeks and Gamers, Neurotic, like these guys, like, it feels like every episode that comes out on their channel, any video, just shitting on Star Wars, bro. And I don't want to keep doing that.
Again,
He says I don't have time for research. You don't have time to research the story you're looking at.
No, I think, okay, just to play devil's advocate again, I think what he's saying is that he's probably going to be making a movie about something we already know about, because if he was going to make a new story about things like a lesser known character or a lesser known arc about multiple characters, he doesn't have the knowledge and the time to go into that kind of stuff for him to make a good movie. So he's going to probably make a movie. He's going to make a movie about this popular character and this popular story because that's shit that he already knows about and that the fans already know about. That's why he said, would you like to see a Jar Jar Binks movie? Because, like...
Oh, damn, I got the opposite, bro. I kind of felt like he
No, he's saying that like there's so much shit to know about Star Wars. He doesn't know nothing about that and isn't going to know anything about that. So he's not gonna make a movie about that kind of stuff because he doesn't know shit about it.
I thought he was saying he was gonna stay away from the stuff that we know because it's so treasured. He doesn't want to mess it up. Like he doesn't want to fuck that up. So he doesn't have time to research all like the ins and outs of these. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like when you guys hire these people to do your movies and shows, I feel like they should want to research. They should want to learn and make a good product. If you're paying them millions of dollars, I'm assuming, to make these shows and movies. I don't know. It sucks, man. He could just be joking. I really hope it's a joke, bro. But like, it just doesn't look. I mean, obviously, bro, with like the Rian Johnson thing, I just don't feel like these guys are interested in making a good Star Wars movie or show. I feel like there's always like an agenda behind it. There's always like a underlining message or an agenda, or we have to. There's like literal people who are like, hey, I hired a whole team of people to do this show. They don't know nothing about Star Wars. I just wanted to get inclusive. I just wanted to hire a bunch of people just to say that my staff's inclusive.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I'm cool. Like I've always said this, bro. I'm cool with you guys hiring gay, black, Mexican, white. It doesn't matter who you hire for these. Can they please know about Star Wars? Right? Like you're literally saying to us, we don't care if they don't know about Star Wars. We just need an inclusive writing or directing stuff. I'm cool with that, bro. I don't care if you have black, Asian, gay, trans, whatever, bro. If they can make a good Star Wars show or movie, I'm on fucking board, bro. It's just simple as that. I don't know, man. They have a really big track record of this, bro. Like, I think that's why a lot of the stuff that they've been putting out the last couple of years has failed. And when I say failed, I don't mean it like bombed, but these shows and movies should be making and doing more, right? Kenobi should have been. I don't know if you agree with me on this, Justin. You didn't really watch it. Kenobi should have been one of the biggest shows this year, right? You're talking about the returning actor is coming back from the prequels to do Kenobi. That show should have took off, dude. It should have been the top show of this year, of the summer. Should have rivaled Stranger Things, but it didn't. Because you guys had writers who just don't understand what they're writing about. They don't want to research. They don't want to take the time. None of that. I really hope he's joking, bro. But at the same time, like, if you read the comments online on Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, whatever about this, people aren't happy, man. Let's say that this is all a joke and that he's going to do what Justin said he's going to do. I still don't think this is a good look to release this. This isn't a good look to me. In the same Rolling Stone interview, right? So they asked him, honestly, yes. But I saw someone online made an interesting point. If you go too far away from everything we've known, why is it even Star Wars? Why not just make a fresh science fiction movie? He goes, you know what? Whoever said that is actually probably right. Now that I think about it, like as you were saying that, I was like, yeah, if you take away all the Star Wars stuff, it's not Star Wars. So I retract my thing that I said a couple weeks ago, right? Here is a good question leading from that, guys, and this is how we're going to end this segment. What makes Star Wars, okay?
But that kind of sounds like exactly what I was saying, is he's probably doing something... No, that's not... I fucked it up. That sounds like he's trying to do something completely new. And they're just slapping a Star Wars logo on it.
Yeah, that is what it sounds like.
Because
right?
like what you said, he doesn't want to touch anything popular and treasured, but he also doesn't want to take the time to dig into the lore to touch something that's lesser known. So he's probably doing something new, and they're just going to try to maybe get it canonized. I don't know if that's even a word, but...
Is that good to you?
Because it sounds like he's like, oh yeah, it's not really Star Wars.
What does that sound like to you then? Is that a good idea? Or
because they said, why is it even Star Wars? Why not just make a fresh science fiction movie? And he says, you know what? Whoever said that is actually probably right.
Yeah, so it doesn't seem like he's going to make stuff about people we know, which you don't have to, right? And this is the main question. You can answer it, Dustin. You guys comment below when I say this, right? Because I think this is where he's going with this article. What makes Star Wars, okay? Can it be a Star Wars movie without the Jedi, the Sith, the Force, or just any of those characters in general, right? Like, how far can you go? Let me rephrase that. What can you, like, basically, if you take out the Jedi, the Sith, the Force, I would say, I don't know what else you would, like, have to take away from. I think that's what makes a Star Wars movie a Star Wars movie. The Jedi, Sith, and the Force, okay? You could take out the Sith, you can take out the Jedi, but can the Force still be involved? I mean, if you take out all of that, bro, I don't know if you're making a good Star Wars movie, right? Some people might argue a Solo, right? But Solo was a character we already knew that existed in the original trilogy, and Darth Maul was at the end. We saw a lightsaber, like we saw connecting dots to other stuff we know. Can you make a completely new Star Wars movie without the Jedi, Sith, the Force, any of that? I mean, what makes Star Wars Star Wars? It's kind of like the main question here. And if he tries to do something that's away from all that, I don't know if it's technically Star Wars, man. I'm actually very interested to hear what you guys have to say.
It'll probably be something new that they'll just try to work into the canon of things.
I can see, bro, if this was me, right?
Because why else would you say that? Yeah, whoever said that's actually probably right. Because it's not really Star Wars, but like it's Star Wars.
Because think about it. Let's say, Dustin, we didn't know about Guardians of the Galaxy, right? And let's say they made Guardians of the Galaxy and said that's a new Star Wars movie. That could literally be a Star Wars movie if you slap Star Wars on the title, right? If Guardians of the Galaxy didn't exist in MCU already, was never a thing, you just slap Star Wars on that movie, you'd be like, that's a Star Wars movie. Like, no, actually, it doesn't. It's not, bro. Like, it's not a Star Wars movie. And I think that's why they're having such a hard time making new things. Because once you take out the Force, the Jedi, the Sith, and, like, things that, like, have already been connected to Star Wars lore, it's hard to make a Star Wars movie or show. So, yeah, you guys, again, comment below what makes Star Wars Star Wars. And yeah, that's tonight's episode, guys. If it's a little shorter than usual, again, I'm sorry, we got a bunch of things going on. We're also doing a Stranger Things review, so go check that out if you haven't already. As a reminder, guys, we have Daywalker out on the WPOB channel. Like I said in the beginning, Spotify for the podcast, Spotify for our new artist page, Apple Music, Apple Podcast. There's like so much going on. It's actually really exciting because it's like, wow, dude, we're finally like, the gears are fully moving here. So we just put out Trying to Maintain 2 on Spotify and Apple Music a couple weeks back. So again, I will link that too. I've heard a lot of good feedback on that song. I don't think I did particularly good. Justin killed it, obviously, but I've enjoyed all the good comments that you guys have said to me in person. Yeah. Till next time, guys. Peace.